YouTubers. Um, I'm here to talk about Holly Holmes and that Ronda Rousey fight, and what I would do if I was Holly Holmes. What I'd work on. What I'd work on if I was Holly Holmes is I'd work on my jab. Yeah, and she got the jab in good, and Ronda Rousey took it. I mean, she took a few of them. So she's got a little bit of a chin. But they're both girls. What can I say? They're both girls. I'd take either one of them on or both of them on, and I wouldn't have no problem. I don't think. But they're both kind of cute. I like Holly Holmes, better. She's pretty hot. Holly Holmes is, because she's got to be able to work out and stay in shape, which is great. Same with Ronda Rousey. She just isn't as good. She was in school that day. She was in school on that with Holly Holmes. She was in school, and Holly Holmes was her teacher. And speaking of that, my favorite movie on martial arts, or the philosophy behind martial arts, is Circle of Iron with David Carradine, and as the blind man and a teacher. But that's Circle of Iron. That's the greatest movie ever, as far as philosophy behind martial arts go. Bruce Lee was supposed to star in it, but he died before they got the movie going, or before they created the movie. But it's a great movie, Circle of Iron. Anyway, between Holly Holmes and Ronda Rousey, man, Holly Holmes just ruled that fight. And then finally with that, when Ronda Rousey was like this, Holly Holmes come with a roundhouse kick to the face, man, and she was out on the mat. It was over. It was all over. And Ronda Rousey lacks a lot of style or technique. She lacks a lot of technique because I think all of her fights except for one or two were won by an armbar. That's kind of a girly move anyway. An armbar is kind of a girly move. It's a sissy move. Oh yeah, my kid just won a fight on the playground with an armbar. You never hear that. It's a girly move. Now that if your opponent that you're getting the armbar on is strong enough and can pick you up and slam you down, and knock you out. Like I seen this one on the UFC but this is a guy doing it to another guy, and he had the guy up over the top of the octagon, which is 6 feet, and then come down. He tried to hold his, on the octagon, he tried to hold his arms like this, and the refs would be, no, that's illegal. As soon as he said it was illegal, I would just count it out as as being an illegal move. I'd just be counted out, or I'd take one arm off and tap. I'd tap, man. I'd say I'm out, because I ain't going to get my ass slammed, because he slammed him down hard, man. He was knocked out for a long time. And that can rupture your kidney, your spleen, your disc in your back. It can even break your arm, man. If you slam the guy down hard enough, or the girl. But that's what I'd do. I'd teach my opponent, my person who's going to go up against Ronda Rousey, knowing that her armbar is her only real move. I would have her stick it out like this, and do that. Pick her up once she's got an armbar. Pick her body up above the octagon fence and slam her ass down. She'd be knocked out. But I would have liked to seen that. But oh well. Holly Holmes was good. She was effective. She's the champion, UFC champion, Holly Holmes. Now what I would do on the next match with Ronda Rousey or other people, I would have Holly Holmes do what Mike Tyson did, and but when Mike Tyson was doing, he was doing it illegally, but he's doing it so fast no one could see it unless you had it on on DVD or VHS, and you could see the head go back twice, because when he come through with a jab, right, he'd come all the way through and come with an elbow, but it was so fast that you couldn't see it. He'd come all the way through, bam, with a nice solid straight through punch or jab, And as he went through, he came with the elbow, bam. So you see that the opponent's boxer, in the Mike Tyson fight, go back twice in a video. I didn't know that. This black guy that liked boxing, he says, yeah, that's what Mike Tyson did all the time. He came through with a jab and came, with an elbow. That's why his head went back twice. Once here, once there, and then back. Once here, once there, twice. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a dirty fighter. I like Mike Tyson though. He's like the greatest. He's like the greatest the greatest boxer ever. Besides Muhammad Ali, which Muhammad Ali wasn't a real big puncher. He was what's known as the rope-a-dope-dope. He studied, or he practiced the rope-a-dope-dope. He had people, when sparring before his next title match, and he would just cover up and let them just punch themselves out, and then come through with punches after his opponent punched himself out on why Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay is covering up. Just have him punch himself out. He'd only throw in a couple punches just to keep the match going. But his main purpose was to have the other opponent punch himself out, and he would take the punches. So Muhammad Ali was all about able to take punches, not really give them, because he didn't have to give them that hard. Once they're almost punched out, just throw in a couple punches and it's over. That's what the rope-a-dope-dope was all about with Muhammad Ali. I liked Muhammad Ali, and I liked Mike Tyson. And what I would do is I'd show Holly Holmes to do the jab like she was doing on Ronda Rousey. Do the jab, yeah, do that good, and come through harder though. Come through a little harder, and use your elbow, because it's legal in UFC to use your elbow. So you ain't a dirty fighter. Boom, you can still be a girly girl. But, so just come through with a jab and come through the elbow. Because you're right there. I mean, bam, it's going to be a matter of just, less than a second. Throw that elbow in, and that elbow's going to knock her out. And that's what she needs to do. She needs to practice on her jab a little harder. And once she's through, come through with the elbow, boom. So her head goes back twice instead of just once. Because she had her head going back. She had... Ronda Rousey wasn't even blocking anything. Shit, with Holly Holmes being a boxer she is, a professional boxer, she should have known that. But that match would have been over quicker, even though it was over quick enough. And it was a good match as far as Holly Holmes go. But as far as Ronda Rousey, she was a loser from the beginning. She was outclassed, and Holly Holmes proved it. But anyway. That's the two boxers that I used to follow, is Mike Tyson and Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali. And as you know today, Muhammad Ali, I don't even think he knows his name anymore because he's got Alzheimer or something. Whatever he's got, probably caused by taking all those punches. That's what the rope-a-dope-dope is all about. The rope-a-dope-dope. Muhammad Ali used to sting like a bee. Fly. What was it? It sting like a bee. He would, I don't remember what he used to say. I sting like a bee. I float like a butterfly. I float like a butterfly, and I sting like a bee. That's great. That was great, Muhammad Ali. But Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson is more of a puncher. He's not more of a taker. Like Muhammad Ali, they're kind of opposite. But Mike Tyson was more of a puncher. Okay, he had the punch, but he also cheated. He had the punch, and then he had the elbow, which he knew is illegal in boxing. He got away with it though, because it's so fast you can't see it. You have to replay the tape several times to see. Oh, that guy's head is going back twice. Why is that? He did it all the time. Mike Tyson come through with a jab and then with an elbow. He always did it. Jab and elbow. Not always, but he threw it in there a lot. And once you get a solid elbow without a pad on your elbow pad, man, that gets you, cuts you up. cut your face and stuff. But Mike Tyson was a dirty fighter, but I like Mike Tyson. he's more of a brawler though. I mean, once he got a couple punches in, he was all in there. He was all in there until he was down on the ground. That's what I like about Mike Tyson. That's why I make video games of him. Mike Tyson, you know, fight Mike Tyson in a video game. It's great. But that's what I work on if I was Holly Holmes and I was going to go up against Ronda Rousey again. I'd work on two things actually. I'd work on the jab, a little harder, get a little harder in, and then work on the jab and elbow. So jab and elbow, and a harder jab. Okay, that's one thing, or two things. But and the third thing I'd work on is her strength. Okay, let's say Ronda Rousey try to get her in that armbar. I'd have Holly Holmes be able to lift her weight. That way she can lift her up. You know, I'd stick my arm out there. I'd suck her into it. I'd suck her Ronda Rousey into it to take my arm and try to, because she, you know, she's obviously favors the armbar. I mean, she won every fight except for like one or two maybe. Every fight she won with the armbar. That just shows that you don't have the knowledge. You don't have the knowledge that you need to have in the UFC. She just went up against a bunch of girls that didn't really, you know, hair pulling girls that didn't really know what they're doing. Holly Holmes was a professional boxer. He is a professional boxer. And to try to take someone like that down, a professional boxer, it's not going to happen. You know, it's going to be very difficult for, you know, a nobody, Ronda Rousey, you know, a nobody other than the UFC and the armbar. Ooh, it's a girly move anyway. Shit, I can damn near do that now. Take my weight on my arm and lift it up. I can almost do that. It'd take me a month or two to get it where I'm able to do it quite frequently. And what I do is I bring her up like this. I bring her down like that, man. Body slam, and out she goes for a while. Body slam ain't gonna feel too good, especially from, you know, 5-6 feet up. Like I saw in the UFC, the men do. The men do that because the men can handle their own weight, but the women are kind of, you know, you know, that's why they're sissies, you know, and that's why they're female. They don't have the testosterone the men have, and that's why the female fighters ain't gonna go up against the men. Since, you know, like me, I'm not a professional fighter. I'd go against Ronda Rousey any day of the week, and I'd go against Holly Holmes too. You know, I mean, I got a year and a half in martial arts. I have a year and a half in martial arts, Waichuru or Okinawan karate. So I'll stand up. No wrestling at all. I'd go up against her today, either one of them. And I wouldn't have any problem with that at all. But that's what I'm here to say and talk about, you know, Mike Tyson, you know, and how I liked him, and Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali, you know, his rope-a-dope-dope, where he'd take all the punches, cover up and take all the punches so the other guy was punched out, and then just throw a couple punches in there and it's over on the other guy, because he's all refreshed. Because all he's doing is leaning like this and throwing a few punches just to keep the punch going. You know, because it's a boxing match, so you have to throw a few punches. But Mike Tyson, hell, he was way different than Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson, man, once he got a couple punches in, on some point, man, he just flooring them until they're out. He just floor them. That's my style of fight. I like that, because once you see that opening, you take advantage of that opening, and you beat your opponent down, man. You don't let out. You either lose by punching yourself out, or you punch that guy so far down, you know, he's out. That's what I got to say. Today is 12/29/2015, and I hope you liked this video of Holly Holmes and Ronda Rousey and Mike Tyson and Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali. They're all good people. And with Ronda Rousey being the lowest person, because, you know, she's always has been a nobody other than the UFC and the armbar. That's all you can say for her is the armbar, and she can take a little bit of a punch. But all Holly Holmes got to do is work on her jab, and shit, she'd take her out with a jab. Because if you keep continuously jabbing, you can't grab your arm. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to do that. You know, it's a block and a grab like that. It's block and grab. That's how you're gonna do it. But with it in and out so fast, it'd be really hard to do. And then, you know, block and grab. See, it's a block and a grab. You know, that's a karate move. And her counter Ronda Rousey's counter would be a block and an attack instead of taking the punch. But anyway, I don't want to go through that. But that's my spiel on Ronda Rousey. Holly Holmes, yeah. Holly Holmes was a teacher, and still gonna be a teacher. But and then Mike Tyson and Cash Clay or Muhammad Ali. You know, all the great fighters. But if I was Ronda Rousey, I wouldn't even want to get back in the ring with Holly Holmes without another year or so of practice and training, because you ain't gonna beat her with just that. The knowledge of an arm bar, and she's supposed to be like a, I don't know what degree judo person she is. She's probably 2 or 3 degrees, 4 degrees in judo, and a little bit of karate, I think. Some wrestling. But Holly Holmes proved it, man. Holly Holmes was the master that day. She was the master. She had, I remember one part in the match of with Ronda Rousey. She's going, "Where is she?" You know, it was funny. Holly Holmes goes like this, and then Ronda Rousey will had her back to her for a minute and then turn around. Where's the next thing that Holly Holmes is gonna hit me with? And then she stood like this, and bam, a roundhouse to the face, and it was over. But roundhouse kick is bringing your leg up, you know, to wherever you're gonna kick, to the face, whatever, and using this part of your foot, your instep part of your foot across her face. That was perfect. It was over. She's out cold on the mat. She's out cold no matter where am I, you know. It's over with. But anyway, that's what I got to say. Today's 12/29/2015. See me on my next video and watch all my videos. I have over 1,000 of them.